Friends, today we are going to start with the question number 16, page number 85. Question number 16, page number 85. Student, this question means this section, this lesson carries 12 marks. This lesson carries 12 marks and it will be asked in the section F, 12 mark question. There will be a 2 question of 12 marks, that is a 24 mark section it is, and one of the question is of this lesson, that is a 12 mark, only one question, no MCQ, no short answers, nothing is asked from this lesson, only this one sum is asked of 12 marks. Clear? So let us start with, there are the two partners, Neela and Sheila are the partners of the partnership firm, sharing profit and loss in the capital proportion. So they are sharing in the capital proportion. So what is the capital proportions here? The capital is 1 lakh and 50,000. So you have to find the ratio, 5 ones are 5 and 5 twos are 10, that is 2:1. So their profit sharing ratio is now, students, 2:1. So with the help of the capital we have find. So when you will distribute the divisible profit, you have to distribute in this ratio 2:5. See, this all zeros are cut. Now 10 remains and 5 remains. So 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. So in this way you have find out the profit sharing ratio. So now students, directly we will move towards the adjustment entry first, and one by one we are going to start doing the sum. First adjustment entry here is a closing stock rupees 1,10,000 and having a market value 20% more than the book value. See student, we always consider the less value. So you will not take this more value. So your closing stock will be 1,10,000. If it is given in the question that the market value is 10% less than the book value, then you would have reduced it and you would have taken the reduced value. Okay, 10% of this, that is a 11000. So that is a 10%. So that we are going to reduce. But here it is a 20% more book value. So that you are not going to consider because you always take a less value. So you will take closing stock as a 1,10,000, and the two effect will be one credit side, trading account credit side one effect, and the balance sheet asset side. Let us pass the entry students. Trading account, you can see here the trading account, you will write here closing stock. Closing stock, that is 1,10,000. Yes, clear? So this is our closing stock. And second entry we are going to pass here on the asset side, closing stock. So this is your closing stock entry. Okay? Now we are going to see the second adjustment entry. The second adjustment entry here is per annum 6% interest is payable on the partners. Per annum means annual 6% interest is payable on the partners' capital. Student, in this question only one capital is given, no current account. So you are going to draw only a one accounts, capital account. So first you are going to write the balance of the capital and the drawing. It is given in the question by balance. So capital balance is 1 lakh, just now I have showed you 1 lakh, and second balance is 50,000. 50,000. Now they have asked you to calculate interest, that is interest is 6%. So 6% of 1 lakh is 6,000 and 6% of 50,000 is 3,000. So this is by interest on capital. Clear? So this is your interest. This interest you have to write. This second effect you have to give because this is an adjustment entry. So second effect in the P&L appropriation. P&L appropriation, debit side you are going to write 2, interest on capital. First is Neela and Sheila. Clear? So 6,000 and 3,000. 9,000. Clear? Now the second one now. So second adjustment here is interest on drawing recovered from the partner Neela is 900 and 600. So directly no need to calculate directly interest on drawing, they have given. So first you are going to write the balance of the drawing to drawing account. Here they have given in the trial balance the drawing of Neela is 20,000 and Sheila is 14,000. And now you are going to write the interest on drawing. Interest on drawing. That is already given in the question, no need to calculate, 900 and 600. These two drawing entry are going to give in the P&L appropriation by interest on drawing. So two partners are there, Neela and Sheila. So you are going to write 900 and 600. You are going to add and show in the outer column as a 1500. Now our next entry is provide 5% bad debt reserve on debtor. Provide 5% bad debt reserve on debtor. So let us see the debtors in the trial balance. You are going to see the debtors. That is suppliers and customer word is given. Instead of debtors they have given supplier and customer. So let us write here first. You are going to write here suppliers. So customer you are going to write. Let us see in the question, debtors is given. Customer word you can use. That is a debtors also. And that is given in the question as a 90,000. And creditors is given here. The word used here is as a suppliers. That is you can use as a creditors also. That is 60,000. Now they have asked you to calculate a 5% bad debt reserve. So 5% of 90,000 is 4,500. That is you are going to deduct from your BDR of adjustment. Clear? You are going to deduct and you are going to write in the outer column. Now you have to give this second effect in the profit and loss account, student. P&L, clear? So you are going to move towards the P&L account now. So P&L, first you have to write bad debt of trial balance. Our format was BD, bad debt of trial balance, TAC formula, plus bad debt of adjustment. But no, nothing is given for the adjustment. So directly you are going to add BDR of adjustment. So bad debt of trial balance already given in the question as a 400. In the trial balance you can see. Afterwards BDR is 45. We have just calculated from the debtors. You add it. And afterwards you have to deduct BDR of trial balance. Again this is given in the trial balance. BDR 1300. And you are going to write in the outer column 3600. Clear? Now our next adjustment entry. Outstanding expense at the end of the year of the rent is 300 and salary is 950. Students, both are expense. Outstanding always you are going to add in the expense. So you are going to add in the rent 300, you are going to add the 950 in the salary. Both are expense. So you are going to write in the P&L account. So to salary. You can see in the trial balance salary is given 23,000. In this you have to add outstanding salary. That is 950. You are going to add and you are going to write in the outer column. And the same way rent also, to rent and taxes is given in the question 12,000 plus outstanding 300. So you are going to write in the outer column. Now this outstanding entry, both this outstanding entry you have to write in the balance sheet now. Which side? Because if the expense are outstanding, this is your liability. So you are going to write on the liability side outstanding expense. That is salary and rent. 950 plus 300. So outer column you are going to write 1250. Clear? Now last adjustment entry is left, that is provide 10% on machinery and 5% on furniture. Depreciation you have to provide. So first you are going to write here. See, if you will see in the question, students, the machinery value is also given and depreciation is also given. So both you are going to add it first and new depreciation you will find. First to add it to get the original price of the machinery. So first let us see here the machinery account you are going to write to machinery. Machinery directly you are going to write it. Machinery is 36,500. In that you have to add old depreciation. Old depreciation which is given in the trial balance you have to add, which is 3,500. So that becomes a 40,000. Now you have to calculate 10% of this. So that is 10% of this depreciation you have to deduct, which is 4,000. And this you are going to deduct and write in the outer column. And second effect of this depreciation you have to give in the P&L to depreciation. To depreciation of machinery. So machinery is how much now? 4,000. And furniture also you will write here. Okay. So now furniture is given in the question. See the asset side you are going to write furniture. That is 12,000. And depreciation is 5%. So 5% of 12,000 is 600, which you are going to deduct and write outer. And now second effect of this depreciation you have to give in the P&L account. Clear? So depreciation also we have written. Now all the adjustment entries completed, students. Now we are going to move towards the question trial balance. So move towards the trial balance and let us see capital and drawing entry we have given. Clear? Sheila capital and Sheila drawing. So that we have already given. Now we are going to see suppliers and customers. That entry also we have passed. Then we will see goods return. So goods return is your purchase return and sales return, students. So debit. So first item is to purchase. That is, if you will see the purchase is given in the question. So that is 1,40,000 in the trial balance. If you will see, purchase is given, purchase and sales 1,40,000. From that you will deduct purchase return. So credit balance is your purchase return and debit balance is your sales return, student. So sales is also given in the question to sales. 2,60,500. In that you have to deduct sales return, that is 2,000. And outer column you are going to write. Clear? So this we have written. Clear? So sales return, purchase return entry is given. Now bills. So bills is bills receivable and bills payable. So debit balance you are going to write here, that will be your bills receivable 15,000, and credit balance is your bills payable, which is this much. Clear? 20,800. Now cash and bank. See, cash balance always have a debit balance which you are going to write on the asset side of the balance sheet, and bank, actually it is a bank overdraft. If it is given on the credit side, means it is your bank overdraft. Now next, bad debt and bad debt reserve entry we have given. After that, purchase and sales entry we have given. Now wages and outstanding wages. So wages you are going to write here in the trading account, students. Wages expense, it is a production expense, so 35,000. And outstanding wages you are going to write on the liability side, because all the expense outstanding is your liability. Clear? Now we have written wages. Now machinery entry we have passed, depreciation passed, furniture passed. Now opening stock. Opening stock is 46,100. Clear? After that, prepaid insurance. So prepaid insurance is your asset. Prepaid any expense paid in advance is your asset, students. So we are going to write here. Salary we have passed. Insurance premium. So we are going to write here to insurance premium. Rent and taxes we have passed. Then advertisement expense to advertisement expense 2,900. Goodwill you are going to write first item, it should be, but the space is not there, so I am writing here. Goodwill, it should be always first item, students. Fixed asset should be first. After that you are going to start investment. Clear? So 72,000 we have written. Now leased whole building. So that also space is not there. So we are writing here. Now just see the point of leasehold, student. Leasehold building. In the inner column you are going to write 14,000. In the bracket it is given that this machine was purchased on 110. See here students, it is written in the question that this machine was purchased on 110/2014. So it was purchased on 14. Clear? Our year gets end on 31st/3/2000. Year gets end on 31st/3. So when you will count from this to this year, it is 6 months. Clear? Which is already past purchasing a machine. And this is a written down value. Means ये 6 महीने का depreciation भी इसमें minus है. After that we will consider from 1/4/2015 to 16 31st/3. That is 1 year. This is already past now. इस मशीन को खरीदे हुए लीज पे लिए हुए 1.5 साल हो चुका है. 1 year and 6 months has already been passed students. और ये जो 14,000 है इसके अंदर ये 1.5 साल का डेप्रिसिएशन ऑलरेडी माइनस है. ये रिटर्न ऑफ वैल्यू है. क्लियर? क्योंकि ऑलवेज ट्रायल बैलेंस, इन द ट्रायल बैलेंस दे आर गिविंग द रिटर्न आउट वैल्यू. ओके, सो इट इज ऑलरेडी डिडक्टेड. दिस डेप्रिसिएशन ऑफ 1.5 month डेप्रिसिएशन इज ऑलरेडी डिडक्टेड. सो नाउ द रिमेनिंग हाउ मेनी 5 ईयर में से 5 साल में से आप ये 1.5 साल निकाल दो जो ऑलरेडी पास हो चुके हैं. तो कितने बचे रिमेनिंग? 3.5 years. So that you deduct 14,000 by this, so you will get a written down value, that is a 4,000. So that is a return of value. Now 4,000. So you are going to deduct and you are going to write in the outer column 10,000. And second effect is 4,000. You are going to write here to leasehold building. Leasehold building. That is 14,000. So we have completed that. Now the last entry remains, that is a 8% Leela's loan. Now see student, Leela is not a partner and it is a loan. So you are going to write here Leela's loan. And the loan was taken on 1/11/2016 and it is an 8%. First you write the value of loan and then you are going to write the outstanding interest on loan. So student, you are going to calculate outstanding interest on loan. Just calculate what will be the loan. See, it is 8%. So 30,000, 8% for how many months? 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 months. So it will be 1,000. And the second effect of this entry you are going to write here in the P&L account to outstanding interest on loan. Now student, we have most probably completed all the entry. Now we are going to sum up. This is remain. Now we are going to total all this and we are going to find the GP here first. Clear? So total this. So you will get 3,68,500. Same way here also. Now you will find the GP, 2 GP. That will be your 1,50,400. This you are going to write here as a GP by gross profit. Clear? And now you are going to total this entry. You will get net profit. And afterwards this has been transferred here by net profit. Clear? So now you are going to distribute this. You will get a balance here and that balance will be, you are going to distribute this between the partners, divisible profit. As I told, it will be distributed in the ratio 2:1, Neela and Sheila. So 2:1. Clear? Now this is been transferred here by divisible profit. And from this you will take out the another balance students. So 2 balance carried forward. So you will get a balance here. here you will get 67. Clear? And this is transferred here now in the balance sheet. That is, you're going to write capital account of Neela and Sheila, and this is 67,970. Now you're going to total this. Student, after doing all the rest total, I will check the sum again, I will do the total, and I will send you the clipping of this sum again. So you just see the entries, and after ending this video you will get the clipping of this question also. Solve the question. Clear? So do it in your notebook, students.